Welcome in all my friends to Sparkle Haven at Crystal Cove Community Village. My name is Lazy Retired Granny and I'll be your hostess for about the next hour while we sit and maybe diamond paint, laying down some drills, gab, and do some show and tell. So today is Thursday, the 9th of October, 2025. The time is 4:57 a.m. here in still dark Salem, Oregon. And beside me, sorry, I'm getting organized here. I need to get my clock out here so you can hear it. Beside me, I have my hot caffeinated breakfast blend coffee with French vanilla creamer, and it's in my Big Fish Games mug. And in the fireplace wax melt, once again, we have the fresh baked sugar cookies. And I haven't changed because I completely forgot to sort through all my candle wax and see what I have in there. So I need to do that today. It's on the agenda. And I am continuing. Hang on, I gotta write myself a note. Candle wax. Okay, I am continuing to lay down drills on this LED light. There's what it looks like. And this was a gift from my good friend, Julie S. Now, I'm going to show you what I've completed. So, here it is. I'm on the last 3 squares. And I'm going to shut off the light. And we're going to light it up. If I can find the switch. There it is. There we go. Very pretty. This is the first one that I have done of this. I'm so excited about it. So I am going to be working upside down. So let me turn this around. Yeah, last 3 squares. I am 95% sure I can finish this by tomorrow. Yeah, so we will see, huh? All right, so we got that situated. Now let me get my tray and my pen and my wax and my dollar store readers and all that good stuff. And of course, I started talking and Ellie decided to wake up. And she brought my shoe, which means I want to go outside. Yeah, you woke up finally. You heard me jibber-jabbering over here, didn't ya? Yeah. Okay, give me my shoe. Oh, no, you're going to hang on to my shoe? All right. You want the potty? All right, so we're going to put this on pause. And I'm going to take her outside. And I'm going to feed her chicken with her meds. Shh, don't tell her I hide them. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, I may only be back briefly because she decided she just wanted to lay beside me. So I fed her breakfast and she's just laying there. So she must still be waking up. She just woke up. So yeah, so let me get my lights situated here a little bit. That's not going to work. Let's see what I need to do here. I need to bring this down. I'll get the camera over here a bit. There we go. I think that's good. Oh, she's eating fast. Alrighty. So we'll see how this goes here. See if she wants to go out here in a little bit. So how's everybody doing? So yesterday had an action-packed day. I left here about 8:30. Went across the river, got my son, and I wanted to stop at the dollar store there in Kaiser because that's where I got those pretzel things, and I wanted to get some more. So I said, let's stop at the dollar store, and I'm going to run in there. I need a new fly swatter, and I want to see if they have any more of those pretzel things. Well, of course, we stopped, and they were sold out. And they didn't have any fly swatters, at least where she thought they were supposed to be. Who knows? So we left there and started to go to Winco, and there's another dollar store. So we swung in there real quick, went in, and it's a bigger dollar store than the other one. And they did not have those pretzel things, but we asked, where's the fly swatters? And they said, oh, we don't have any. Well, I did find fly swatters. They were decorative fly swatters in the crafting section. And just as I found those, my son said, I found the fly swatters. And so you got 2 for $1.50. So I picked up 4 of those. And so then I needed, I buy that liquid stuff that you put in your, when you wash your laundry. It's the stuff that helps make the, I don't know, it adds a scent, and I think it makes your clothes softer, like a softener. I don't know. Anyway, I really like that stuff. So they had some, and they said it was $1.25. Ooh. And so I picked up 4 bottles. Well, I didn't know that dollar store has a price checker, and I thought, oh, just for fun, I'm going to check this out. It rang up $1.50. I thought, what? So I went back and I looked at the little sign again, and it said $1.25. So there was a clerk there, and I said, what's with this? And she goes, oh, we're changing prices. And somebody didn't take off the little tag that said it was now $1.50. And she said, when you check out, just tell them that I told you, to ring it up $1.25 because we, didn't take down the little sticker yet. And she tore off the sticker as I was standing there. So that's all I was purchasing. And so got up to the register, and I said, so-and-so said, this will ring up $1.50. However, you're only to charge me $1.25 because somebody didn't take down the sign. And she stood there and gave me the dirtiest look, like I was lying. And I said, well, this is her name if you want to call her up, but, that's what she said. And I just couldn't believe it. So she kind of did this, and so, I mean, that's $1 savings, on the 4 bottles. So she did ring it up $1.25, but But I did notice when I was in the dollar store the other day, they had a big display of glassware and plates and whatnot, and no price. But on the end cap, or on that same display, there was something there, and anyway, I said, "Are these $1.25 or $1.50?" And she kind of looked and she goes, "Oh, those are going to be $1.50." And so then I said, "Oh, because this says $1.25." Yeah, so they're changing a lot of things over to, reflect that. So everything must be going up, or just about everything, to $1.50 now. So then we left there and went on up to Winco, and I had just went grocery shopping, so I really didn't need too much, but my son was shopping, so I thought, well, I'll just mosey around the store. I'll do a Miss Bell and do a mosey. I didn't do a video. This Winco is smaller than the one that I go to with my other son on Thursdays, but they had some nice looking pork chops that were on sale, and I have not had pork chops in a long time. Now, I am not a big pork eater. I do like ham, but I'm not a big pork chop eater, and I like pork chops, but I don't like the pork steaks, or whatever they call them. I'm not really for sure, but anyway, these were really nice looking, and you got, I think there was like 10 pork chops in there for really reasonable. I thought, you know what, I am going to make up some pork chops. So I did pick that up, and then as I was moseying around, I went to the coffee section, and of course, I just bought up all that coffee that was on sale. I didn't need any more coffee, but I was just curious if the price has gone down at all, have they gone back up? Yeah, but it's still expensive. Well, while I was grazing over that, I came across something that, this isn't something that I generally look at, but I'll show it to you. Okay, I got it. I only like cappuccino. I don't like the other stuff. And my cappuccino pods that I bought a while back, they're expired. And I thought, well, I'll still use them, but no, I got to dump those because they are definitely expired. So anyway, they didn't have any big boxes of any of the pods. They were all like 10 and kind of expensive. But anyway, I found this. I thought I'd give it a whirl. And it's English toffee. And I love English toffee. Now, I've never tasted this, so I'm hoping I like it. If not, David gets it. He gets all my stuff that I don't like. Anyway, so I read the instructions because it's not a pod, it's a powder. So it says you take 3.5 teaspoons of this, And then you pour and stir it in a 12 fluid ounce of hot water into your cup or mug. It says it's 52 mg caffeine per serving, gluten-free. And what I thought was interesting, it says for recipes, visit hillsbrothers.com recipes. Yeah. So during the winter, I drink lots of teas and cappuccinos. So obviously I didn't last year because I still have a bunch in there that has expired. But I think I bought them like 2 years ago. So I don't know how long they're good for. But yeah, when you shake them, they don't shake. It clunks. So I don't think they're any good. What do you guys think? So, I should open up one and see what it looks like. But it's not powdery anymore on the old one, so. Yeah, but anyway, that was only $4. So I thought, oh, well, I'm going to try it for $4. But they didn't have too many different flavors. I mean, a couple of flavors. No, not going to be doing it. They had a pumpkin spice or something. I can't remember. And then they had vanilla, which I would do vanilla. I like the vanilla. But I thought, you know, I'm going to think outside the box and hopefully I like this. And if I do, then I can check on Amazon and see what they have and do a price comparison. So then we went to Fred Meyer's because there was some stuff on sale that he wanted to get. So I went through Fred Meyer's and they had Fischetta, whatever it is, pizza on sale for $3.99. So I got me a couple more. So look for price drops on that pizza. $3.99. It can't be beat, right? So I picked up a couple of those, and I got some ice cream because that was on sale at a good price. And I just get the house brand ice cream. I'm not picky on my ice cream. I don't need to get the most expensive in the store. I forgot I got a peanut butter this time, and can't remember what the other one was. Yeah, I like my ice cream. I blame it all on Ross over at Smells Like Yarn. Years ago, he always had to have a bowl of ice cream at night, and he was talking about these different flavors and whatnot. Now, I was never an ice cream, you know, I wasn't. I'll have it once in a while. But he always made it sound so good. Now he's got me hooked on ice cream. He doesn't even talk about it anymore. So, but he's changed up his diet, so I don't know if he still has a bowl of ice cream at night or not. Oh my goodness. So that's all I got at Fred Meyer's. So then I took him home, and I take the groceries from my car to his porch, and then he takes them from the porch into his house. And the reason being, he's got steps, like 3 or 4 steps you got to go up to his porch, and neither one of us can go up and down those stairs hanging on to groceries. So it works out real good. I take him to the porch, and then he takes them on in the house. and neither one of us has to climb those steps up and down. So, got that done, and then I came home and put my stuff away and got out the slow cooker and put my pork chops in and put some cream of mushroom soup over the top and started that baby up with my pork chops. And then I sat down with Ellie and we cuddled for a long time, and then I took her outside and blah, blah, blah. And I did a little bit of diamond painting. Well, actually, I took a nap. And then I did some diamond painting. And then not a whole lot. This canvas is going really fast, I have to say. It is so much fun. I am enjoying it. And I'm hoping I'm doing the ones and the L's correctly. So, then I had dinner. Ellie had her dinner. And then I sat on the couch with her. She was all cuddled up next to me. She had her head on my lap. So sat there on the couch and did a little tiny bit of knitting, not a whole lot. And I finished up watching Midsummer Murders, and so then I decided I would watch Poirot. How do you say his name? Agatha Christie's, whatever. So I decided to rewatch that, and unfortunately, I put my knitting down in my lap, and Ellie was, because she was stretched out and had her head on my lap, I couldn't lay down, and so I just kind of scrunched down a little bit on sitting up, and then was petting with her, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up, and it's like, oh, I guess I better go to bed. So, okay, she's back here, so she must want to go potty now. All right, so let me take her out. Okay, I made it back. Yeah, she really had to go too. Oh, and I forgot my coffee over there. Oh my goodness. I put it in the microwave to get it nice and hot, and promptly went off and forgot it. Okay, so I'm on the 3s. Okay. So let's see where we're at here. All right, there we go. So I don't even know what I was talking about. But anyway, I told you the other day that Crystal over at Bago Day started another YouTube channel. I am loving it. Yes. Oh my goodness. It's just her rambling on about different things about her, and you know, you're getting to know her as a person, and yeah, it just keeps my attention. And I am going back through and watching the first one and making my way to present. And so what I'm watching right now happened in February, which is fine. She's a very interesting person to me. When I first heard of her channel, I didn't care for her too much. And I said, no, that's not for me. Now, number one, I don't crochet. And that's what she does. That's all she does, is she crochets. And she buys tons of yarn. And she also gives away tons of yarn. And back years ago, yeah, she would do giveaways and just different things. But then it just, at the time, it just didn't interest me. And, she's a person with tons of money and, buys thousands of dollars worth of yarn all the time. And I just couldn't relate. And then she did a fundraiser for an animal shelter in her area, which she's done a couple of those, and I kind of started watching her again. I don't watch her tutorials because I do not crochet. But she's a very kind-hearted person. She's also had a lot of drama around her channel, which is sad that there's people that do that. And we all know there's YouTube channels out there that stir up drama and can cause heartache to content creators. It seems to me, when I was just watching yarn channels, there's a lot of drama out there. Yeah, and I just kind of, I don't know, I would only watch Ross, and even he had drama that wasn't of his making, but boy, there's a lot of hateful people out there, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. Comments that people make that are just awful. And, and it can get to you. You have to be pretty thick-skinned sometimes to have a YouTube channel. But even in the, diamond painting world, there's been drama. And I won't watch those channels. Nope. I don't care what's going on or what the drama is of the moment, where other YouTubers are giving false information. They think they know stuff that they don't really, and or they think they know, but they don't. That isn't my cup of tea. So there's a lot of channels I just won't watch, because you never know when you're gonna click on their channel and it's gonna be drama mixed in. I'm pretty picky on who I watch. Yeah. So if I watch your channel, you made the grade. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just, Yeah, I just don't need it. There's enough drama in the world as there is. You don't need to go find it somewhere else. So, but anyway, getting back to Crystal, I am on episode, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget, 6. And I want to say a couple things about this. But anyway, I think it was video 5, she couldn't remember what whip meant or something. Or UFO, and anyway, she got a bunch of responses, and she told some of the responses that made her laugh. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's, some of the same things that we use, but there was some other ones that I thought, ooh, I got to start using those. I like it. And maybe we could have that in our whipping chats here. We could add them to it. I just thought they were funny. So, because like I said, it doesn't have to be in the just yarn world or whatever. It can be in the diamond painting world. So the first one, she wanted to know UFO, and that stands for unfinished object. And then some comments said they called some of their other UFOs flips, forever left in progress. Now, I know some of you, because you're multi-whippers, this could apply to you. I love that. So I thought, oh, that would be something good for people to show in our show and tell. They could show their flips. They're forever left in progress. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. And then another one was NGFT. Never gonna finish that. I thought that was great. But I need to go back and look at the comments in episode 5 and see what other people had that they named, their whips. So what do you guys think? I think that is hilarious. I think that is great. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is that I might copy something that Crystal's doing. And that's, she does these daily, I think they're daily vlogs, whatever, but they're not shorts. And she doesn't really talk a lot about yarn. She just, tells stories like from her childhood or, stuff she's done and whatnot. So it's, but she doesn't show her yarn. She doesn't do tutorials on there. It's just, kind of this daily thing. And I thought, oh, that is brilliant. And so I thought, Now, she did a separate channel for that. But I thought, that's just something I could add onto this channel just because I have a generic name. It has nothing in here about diamond painting. I'm just lazy retired granny. But I could just name it Daily Chat or, something. Maybe not even have chat in the word. And just, just kind of... and you could ask me questions of what, or, tell me what topics you wanted to talk about. And and whatnot. But we wouldn't have a show and tell. We wouldn't have, we wouldn't read through comments and the stuff that we do on our daily chat here. So let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. Because I don't know about you, but the people that I watch on YouTube, sometimes, I want the rest of the story. I want to know a little bit more about you, what you do, and I mean, you guys know general things that I do every day, because I always tell you that. Or maybe you want a little video of, I do walks with Ellie, but I can't do that right now. So maybe you just want some walks with, every once in a while, just a walk around the property. See what's going on. A walk in the rain, a walk in the snow. And I can do that. I think that would be fun, but, if it's not going to interest anybody, then I don't want to do it. But I just thought that would be fun. Or maybe that's more granny than you want to see. So let me know down in the comments. Yeah, so, and sometimes I could sit here and diamond paint. Maybe sometimes I just sit and knit. I know there's a lot of YouTube stuff out there, so I don't want to ever dominate the airwaves, but it might be something fun. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let's see, what else happened? I don't generally put down notes. It's just whatever, but sometimes there's some stuff that I just need to write down, otherwise I'll forget. All right, let's see what's in our show and tell here, since I'm finished with that color. I bring up the emails here. What happened? Why isn't this starting? Oh, brother, shut itself off. Of course. So, well, that's Mike is going to be first, and he said, hello, naughty Linda. Uh-oh. How was I naughty? I try not to be naughty. All right. And he says, I don't know. He titled it, The Disappointing Cat. All right. So anyway, he said, I've been working on my Christmas card today. So far it's lovely, but the cat has no detail for a face. Very disappointed. It's too merged in with the boot. All right, so let's take a look at this. Oh, wait. No, back. No, back. Ooh, Wrong email. He said not to show it. All right. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, here it is. Let me turn off the light. Let me situate things here. All right, so let's look at that. Oh, yeah, I wonder why they made that the same color as his boots. Because they could have made that a gray, an orange. There's Ellie. There's the Ellie dog. Ooh, look at that nice clock. Candle burning. Very interesting. All right. Hey, Ellie, did you come to say good morning to everybody? I'm getting kisses. Yes, I am. All right. Up next is Joan. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Okay. She says she has a finish. Ooh, that's colorful. Hi, Granny and fellow villagers. Joan here. This is a kind of weekend retreat that I worked on in the evenings while watching TV that I wanted to share. It came from the Spring Shop collection from Hobby Lobby on a canvas with the staples in the back from a few months ago. It has taken a long time to complete, very colorful, but total confetti. Hugs to all. It's still cute, yeah. I know some people really like the confetti. The whiskers came out really good. Definitely see the whiskers. Very nice. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Anita. She says, gobble, gobble. Ooh, oh no. You're going to do it to me again, Anita. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Hi, Granny and friends. Here's my update for the Gobble Gobble with Julie. I'm now on a quarter of this Spangler turkey for dinner. Have a nice day. Love from Anita. This is turning out so pretty. I put mine back in the box because I knew I would not get to it. But definitely going to do it next year. I hope. Now I have to tell you a story about this. So I had my Gobble Gobble hanging out. It was hanging up, I should say. And I decided, I'm just not going to get to this. There's just too many other things to do. And, I was, I'm dealing with Ellie. And so anyway, so I took it down. I rolled it up. I could not find the box anywhere. So in the box are the drills and all of that. I mean, I looked for 2 days for that box and could not find it. Well, what did I do? Who knows why? But I put that box in with, all my other diamond paintings. It got mixed in with my uncompleted ones that's on the shelf. Yeah, I finally went through the shelf and yeah, I found it. So it's back on the shelf in the box. All right. Iona. All right, we got several pictures here. Oh, why did it do that? Okay, here we go. All right, she says, hi, Granny and villagers. We went to Hobby Lobby and started walking towards the framing department. You see, we got this idea from Diamonds by Tita, and we wanted to see if our hoblob did this. We went hook, line, and sinker. We got about 6 or 7 diamond paintings, dry mounted on foam board. Hubby even hung one with command hooks on the living room wall. I also got some larger bead storage bottles, so eventually I can use the bigger bottles when needed. I have 3 packages of them now, so 12 large and 12 small. Next is a container to hold them that the cats won't scratch up. That's all for now. Not have to have it's just an added perk of hubby supporting my newest hobby. Also a picture of an Afghan that I am knitting that is still in a closet and been sitting in front of the closet door. Love and hugs to Granny and much needed belly rubs for Ellie. All right, so there she got that framed. So, Iona, when you go to Hobby Lobby and you have this dry mounted, do you seal it first? Or is there like a glass covering on that? Or how does that work? I'm just curious. There's her bottles. I've got hundreds of these bottles in a bag that I got from the dollar store when I first started diamond painting. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. You're doing cable stitches. Ooh, yeah. I love cable stitches. Oh, I guess that's the last picture. And that's it for the show and tell. Alrighty. So we'll set that aside. Turn back on our light. Alright, let's go to our gab session, shall we? Let me get that up here. Come on, you can do it. All right, what is going on? There we go, finally. All right, so first up is going to be our wish list. Wish I had it Thursday with Margie. So Becky says, great habits. Levi, it looks like you are a Spangler fan. Will you be participating in the November Spangler event? And Kathy G said, nice wish I had it video. Love the Free to Roam. One day I may get that one. That is a beautiful canvas. And Julie S., she's up and early and watching that video. Levi, you're a Spangler fan. I love his artwork. And those little draglings, Margie, Free to Roam is gorgeous. Mama D, oh my gosh, she's got a new nickname. Mama Desiree, you have a new name, Mama D. You have great taste. Those canvases are beautiful. May restocks be quick for all of you. Thanks, Granny, for putting together another fun video. And Iona said, I love these. My favorite, I think, is the O Come Emmanuel and Joyful Chapel. Great wishes. All right, so that just got posted this morning, so I'm sure we'll have more gab on that. And up next is Have to Have It Wednesday. Becky H. Love the have to haves. Julie, oh my gosh. The Lorenz from the mystery box. It makes me wish I had picked it up. But knowing my luck, I would have gotten something I didn't care for. Shining Bright with Diamond Art. Woo, love the Have to Have It Wednesday. Beautiful canvases and completely understand why they were have to have it purchases. And Margie, awesome have to have it, villagers. Susan D, your Rakari canvas is cute. Great choice for Kristen and Mushy's pink and black event. I joined in last year and it was a blast. Kathy G, awesome. You got to turn your wish I could have it into a have to have it. Oh, yep. Hers became available. And Sandra, hi, this is Sandra. Enjoyed the have to have it. Just a note to Julie. I've been watching all the different Halloween unboxings, and I think Julie got the best combinations. Glad to know that Ellie is on the road to recovery. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. And Angela, the paintings are cute. Thanks for sharing. Okay, next topic. Let me do a refresh. Is going to be... This is on my Hobby Lobby framed canvas completion. John P. ADV said, hug sis, connected. Oh, so we have a new person in the village. So let's see if John P. Adventures has a channel, and he does. It looks like he goes out and about. Let's see what he's got in here. Let's see what he says. He says, surfing, hikes, experience, products, vacations, electro house music, DIY, gardening, building, puzzles. He's got a little everything in there. I'm just going to give him a welcome. Whoops, and I spelled it wrong. Oh, brother. There we go. Alrighty, let's do a refresh. Now, the next up is going to be our whip and chat. Megan Diamond Painting. Oh, I don't remember seeing this name before. Welcome in. And Megan, I think, is it Megan or Megan? All right, it looks like she has a channel. She hasn't posted for about 3 months. Okay. I'll check that out later. She says, "Good morning, Granny. I started watching your channel about a year ago, and I'm getting back into the routine of watching again. You're great company in the background while I get ready for my day. Love this diamond painting, even without the LED backlight." And Angela, "Love your painting. It's beautiful. I hope Ellie's legs get sorted out soon. I bet she is happy with the cone off. Thanks for sharing." Oh my goodness, is she ever. Yeah, she's, she's kind of up to her normal self. However, yeah, it's going to be a slow process, I think. But she's still, on all of her meds. So, she's still kind of sleepy, but she has to have those pills to keep her calm, and not want to run out and chase the cars and whatnot and delivery people or their trucks. But excuse me, she's got about another week's worth of medication. Then we'll see how she does without it, and I might have to get that, at least one of them, refilled. Yeah, and I already know that could be one that she stays on for, the rest of her life. Because the old vet did tell me that, and the new vet kind of hinted at that too, so. All right. I take a gulp of coffee. Sparkle, enjoyed the whip and gab, Granny. Glad you figured out the drills on your Christmas canvas. Glad Ellie doesn't need the cone anymore. Great show and share, everyone. And Ellie Joe. Yes, we have eggs and beans for breakfast, although I did not realize you don't do that over there. We have what's called a fried breakfast, which is eggs, beans, sausage, bacon. You can also have black pudding and fried mushroom, along with some toast or maybe fried bread. What I really want to know is, what is biscuits and gravy that you guys have? I love biscuits and gravy. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if there's a variation of these, because I don't go out to eat a lot. But the biscuits and gravies that I have had is that they take like a, I got to use terms that you understand what I'm saying. It's a, oh my gosh, you guys help me out. It's like a dinner roll, okay? That's the best way I can try to figure this out. It's like a dinner roll. And then you put country fried chicken gravy, is the best I can describe that, over the top, which is a white gravy. And sometimes they will add in chunks of bacon or sausage in that. And then they put that over the dinner roll. Because our biscuits here are rolls, dinner rolls. Okay, that's the best I can describe it. I'm not very good at this. So I'm so sure somebody here will comment and can describe it better than what I can. So yeah, that's what that. Now, when I make them here at home, I get the, I do use the country gravy, chicken gravy, and I use, because they're really thick dinner rolls, but they're not really dinner rolls. Oh man, the word has just escaped me. They're like, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of it? Oh my gosh, hang on. You know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be Googling it. Because I just cannot, oh dear. What happened there? All right, let's look at biscuits and gravy. Okay, it says soft dough biscuits covered in a white sausage gravy made from the drippings of cooked pork, sausage, flour, milk, and often bits of sausage, bacon, ground beef, or other meat. That's not how I make mine, but I mean, there's probably 100 different ways that you can make it. But it is not telling me, and my daughter-in-law, she makes it really good. And she also uses the same kind of gravy that I make. Let's see what this says. But I don't make my own biscuits. They're telling you to, but yeah. I don't do it. Mine are easy peasy ones. Let's see, what else can I, let's see. What can you use for biscuits? Yeah, mine I just buy from the store. So it's not telling me in here. It's wanting me to make my own. And sorry, that's not going to be a happening here. So anyway, we can have a discussion that on the in the comments. The word is just, you know, it's on the tip of my tongue. So, all right, so roll and sausage gravy. I'm just going to put that in, Ellie Joe. However, that's not what I'm saying on here. All right. Margie, nice gab and show and tell. Your canvas is looking great. Don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I know you are always petting Ellie's ears and had just recently bathed her and didn't notice anything wrong. You take her into the vet to get her teeth cleaned and she comes out with a hematoma. Can't make accusations, but does make me wonder. Could they have caused it? Just thinking out loud. Margie, you and I are on the same page. I know when I dropped her off, that wasn't there. But, so I don't know if, you know, she banged it on the cage that she was in or what happened. I just, yeah. It makes me wonder too. But, you know, you can't accuse somebody of something if you didn't see it happen. So, yeah, I don't know. But I am constantly, when she's laying with me, I rub her ears. She loves to have her ears rubbed, you know, the flaps of her ears. And right kind of, you know, and right between her eyes and nose. She loves to be massaged right there. And yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. So, we'll never know. But, thumbs up, we have a new vet. I can't say enough good things about this new vet. Oh, I love it in there. So, anyway, with that, I'm going to let you go. So yeah, comment down below all the things that I asked about. And I wish I could think. That's going to bug me because, oh my gosh, I wish I could think of the name of those rolls that I use when I make that biscuits and gravy. I don't make it often enough, although it does sound really good. I love that with over easy eggs. Yeah. But like I said, I use the packaged gravy that you get. It's called country chicken gravy. That's my favorite because here it's simple. So, let's see, what's today? Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be my video on an unboxing. And I only have, how many more unboxings do I have? I have scheduled October 10th, October 17th, October 21st, 24th, and October 31. Yeah. So, anyway, got that to look forward to October, and then I got to figure out what am I going to do after that for unboxings, because I don't have any more unboxings. So, with that said, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to gab about. So, as always, enjoy God's gifts for today and every day, and make sure you count your blessings today. Give blessings, be blessed, have a blessed day, and I will chat with you later.